So my 20s has been very up and down. I've had a lot of fun working jobs, meeting some people, and making some money. Also, I spent a good majority of my 20s of learning how to live on my own and then manage everything efficiently. And I gotta say, man, I do think time management is one of the most important skills to learn when it comes to paying bills or just going through any type of hard times financially. It's like the glue that holds every little thing together in order for you to keep going. I also gotta say that being broke or being poor has also gotta be one of the most stressful and humbling things I've ever went through in my life. The pressure of having to always try to pay your bills on time, save money, and then work a whole lot of hours was just a very different task for me because I did work full time when I lived with my parents, but I don't know, it's just like when it came to paying bills and stuff in a timely manner, it did feel like you were always on a race or on a loop. But thankfully, I did learn a lot of things along the way to really help me make the time being an adult a bit easier. Being broke or poor really does give you a big perspective on things that involving how hard it is to try to save money if you don't have a lot to begin with. I also find it kind of crazy that a lot of people will judge you for the amount of money you have, or just so many people just trying to keep up with the Jones. And to me, I just never fully understood that. Like for me, all I care about is just getting my bills paid and then try to find new ways to save money at the same time, while I also try to work on other things in my life as well. And to anyone who has not moved out yet, I do think it's extremely important to be resourceful and proactive as much as you can when it comes to working and paying bills. Trying new things all the time, being proactive, and work as many different jobs as you can, because I feel like the more jobs you work, the more skills you can learn, and the bit easier you can find to find a better job for yourself. And I'd also feel like that you understand how the world truly works too. Like, I gotta say, if it weren't for me trying to download work apps just to earn some extra money, or sign up for regular temp work, or let alone just working hard on everything I do, I feel like my life would be a lot of different right now. Also, as an adult, I do feel like working the morning shifts is the best shift. And this is coming from someone who absolutely does not like working in the morning. Like, as much as I hated waking up for school in the morning, just trying to go to school first and then go home and everything, just to try to get, school out of the way, I do find it the best when it comes to work-life balance because you just need to get everything done during the day and it makes it a lot easier. Like, it's extremely weird too because you feel like you can never change your sleep schedule, but actually you can after you get used to it for a certain while. Because like I remember when I got used to it, dude, I was like really shell shocked of how much easier life became after that when I had to do all my errands after work instead of like do it on my day off. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather be tired and be able to live a life a little bit than just be constantly awake but just not have time to do anything that I want to do. I really do feel like it's best for us to work in the morning because a lot of us really did go to school to work a routine of like 7 to 3 or like 6 to 2:15 around there, and it really does got us used to it after a while. It's like hardwired in our brains. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It could have been just my school, but honestly, who knows? Even though I never had kids and I really don't plan on it right now, going through the tough times really does make you mature and grow up pretty fast too in a lot of ways. And I'm actually glad I did went through the hard times as much as I did because if it weren't for those hard times, man, I feel like life would also hit me in the face even harder. We should not always judge people in life whatever they go through too, because I feel like everyone else is really struggling in other ways, or there's other people who are not as fortunate as somebody else. And I feel like it's best not to judge and just try the best of our abilities to try to get through life and just try to get things done. Just remember that going through tough times in your life or financial hardship is always temporary, and you can definitely get out of it. It just depends how bad you really want it. Setting goals early in life really does take a lot of the fucking stress away too, I've noticed. Like when it comes to having an actual routine and goal and you stick to it, it makes life a little bit more like fulfilling, if that makes sense. Like it's more fulfilling and more meaningful to live for if you actually set some strict goals to try to achieve in order to do something better. Like, I'll never forget when I first applied myself in high school because I gotta admit, man, when I was in school, I was not the greatest student and I really hated doing the schoolwork. But I remember when I finally first applied myself on doing something on a school project that I actually enjoyed doing, I remember it finding the time to go a bit faster, and it made life, like, in going through that project and everything, a bit easier, because I remember thinking and complaining about how hard the project was going to be and everything, but that kind of changed a lot of things later in life when I realized, damn, maybe this isn't so bad after all. I've also learned at an extremely young age of how to learn constructive criticism because I realized that so many adults are really reflective and defensive over every little thing. Like, yes, there's a difference between someone being hateful and then someone giving given really good criticism, but it just really made me realize that, damn, some good constructive feedback really does help grow a person as well. And it also does help get through some people through the hard times too, because if you don't have an open mind and take some people's advice, if it's actually good, it really will affect you in the future. But I gotta say, when I put in some good effort in that school project and I actually got a really good grade for the first time because it actually paid off, I felt that nice dopamine hit, and I gotta say, that dopamine hit is extremely wonderful if you could actually achieve that success of like in your brain while you're working hard. And it doesn't have to always apply during like some type of school or just, work life in general. Like last year, I had a really nice dopamine hit because I remember some people were reaching out to me and telling me about me being on a streaming service on Hulu called Monster Inside the Monster Inside McKamey Manor. Because a long time ago, I made a video on my main channel talking about the McKamey Manor. And at first, when people were saying congrats for being on TV, because I gotta be honest, I didn't know they used like a clip of mine or nothing. I was so confused. I was like, bro, I never was on TV or consented to it. But when they showed me that footage of me actually being on a Hulu streaming services, and some of my friends actually did reach out to me, I felt like I achieved like the biggest thing in my life. And then that's when I realized when you really achieve some part of your dreams, man, it really does make you motivate you and want to do more. And I feel like it all started with going through the obstacles of just hardship, whenever it was financially, emotionally, or just anything that is really hard on the human mind. If you can overcome those obstacles, man, it really does pay off in the long run. If you ever need to apply anything in your life, man, please do it, man, because it really does make it a lot easier, and it really is a great feeling. And it makes going through adult life just so much easier than it has to be, because so many people just complain too much. Learn as much as you can, because the more you learn, the better off you'll be. And also learn to read a lot as well, because it's extremely important to educate yourself on many things, or very important things, because not enough people in this life educate themselves by reading. And reading is actually really is one of the most important things you could do to yourself, and it's a powerful tool. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I really hope anyone and everyone can achieve their goals. Life has been a lot better recently, and I gotta say I'm extremely happy and satisfied with everything I'm at in my life. I also recently got a second job at McDonald's because I wanted more money, and I want to keep my main job at Dollar Tree as well, because even though I'm not getting a lot of hours there, I want to be able to just rack up and save as much money as I can, man. And also, I don't really seem to mind what career field I do right now, because I'm doing everything I want to do with my YouTube channel and everything, and also reading every comment and interacting with you guys just making life so much fun too. A lot of you guys really do brighten my day, and I gotta say thank you all so much for 6,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm already like 4,000 away of getting 10,000 subscribers, because I remember when I first started this channel, I had no I had no goals of growing it faster than my main channel. It just kind of happened that way, and I think it's fucking awesome. Also, everybody, if you guys are interested into like emailing me some advice and everything, I will start accepting emails, because I'm really passionate about helping people in some ways, and I think it'd be really fun to interact with you guys on it. So if you guys want to send me out an email for anything, feel free to email me at the Marks Games Facebook page. I'll leave a link down in the description below, because that is where I could read all my emails and be able to organize everything from that. So it'd be really cool to start like a weekly series, like every Thursday or something, about Amari Thursdays, where I just unload like mail in my inbox and just give advice. Plus, I've also seen other people do it too, and I really think it's really cool, and I think it's an awesome way to interact with you guys. I hope everyone is having a good time right now, and I hope you to stay positive, so I'll see you later, everybody.